Collective, welcome back. So, Collective, you are just keeping them guessing out here, okay? That's what I heard. You are keeping them guessing. The song that I got, which I believe we have channeled before, is I Need You Tonight, 'cause I'm not sleeping. There's something about you, girl or boy, that makes me sweat. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know you're one of my kind. Da-na-na-na. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And what stuck out to me is your moves are so raw and you're one of my kind. Okay? So someone sees some sort of, they resonate with your spirit, who you are. And they're not sleeping, okay? They can't sleep at night because they do think about you. They think about, it's almost like they think of scenarios between the two of you when you're face to face. So this person may fantasize a lot. They seem like a fun person, okay? That's what I'm getting here. And you're keeping them guessing. You may be keeping a lot more people guessing, but there's definitely someone in your energy here. Not quite sure who they are yet, but let's see. This could just be an onlooker, okay? You know, it could be a stray wishing for steak. I don't know. I'm not getting that though. But I feel like you have quite a few people in your energy. All walks of life. You could be someone that attracts many different types of people. You just have that vibe, that energy. And that's the thing. So there may be some people that hold back a lot because I'm getting I'm getting a lot of downloads. And remember, the download hits before the tarot hits the table. Okay? When you're in Majestic Notion looking at my channel, a lot of times. Okay, because I also read intuitively. And Spirit gives me the downloads. Okay, a lot of times before I even sit here. So, I am being bombarded with some downloads right now. Because different people like you for your spirit, but these people are very different from one another. Some of them could be married or in relationships. Or if they're single, it's like, wow, like there's something about that person I really like. Whether they're in relationships, married, or single. But maybe like certain traditions hold them back, or they're used to a certain type and that may hold them back. You know, these are people that are never, these other people on the side that I'm telling you about, they're not people that are ballsy enough or have the confidence enough to come to you. But it's also because those are people that are still afraid of other people's opinions, and those kind of people are still afraid to be their true authentic self, right? So they kind of, they settle, or they watch from afar. And even though they may fantasize, dream about it, or they wish for it, it's like they don't make the move because they're still in an energy of appeasing others, kind of. Okay? So I see those people, okay? And I also see this one person, though. This person seems fun. Whoever I'm channeling here, they look like they're on your vibe. All right. This may be somebody that has a good boy, good girl, bad girl edge. This is someone that you would just, the kind of person you could just laugh with, have fun with. Nothing too, nothing too serious, unless it's time to have that talk, that conversation. It's a lighthearted energy that I'm feeling today, okay? For whoever resonates. And they think about you. I feel like this person wants to make a move on you. And see what happens. So let's see. Let's talk about your energy real quick, though. You got people guessing out here. What's this vibe that they're sensing about you? Okay. I got a lot of downloads coming here, so Let's get to it. There it is. Because you're bossing up out here. Look at it, looking expensive out here. You're looking good. Okay, you look like a boss. Okay. Some people may see you as bougie for some of you. All right. Or you just got style and that's how you are. Okay. Or you could just dress it up. When you dress it up, you dress it up. It's giving stylish, fashionista energy. Okay. You could be out shopping lately, or your sense of style could have changed for the better. You're starting to see, like, it's almost like your sense of style says a lot about how you feel on the inside. So you're starting to vibe with certain things. Your whole wardrobe could be changing here, but you definitely look like you got it together. Okay. So that's one, and people may be like, damn, what does she do for a living, or what does she do? Because you're bossing up. You're walking around looking like a boss, baby. Yeah, they don't know you had to make some sacrifices to get to this energy, right? There may be people that know that in order to ask you out, they may need to make some sacrifices of their own, you know, especially if it comes to self-love, self-worth, and raising their own vibration, right? Sacrifice people that are not really there for you, but you just try to appease by putting a facade and dimming your light. That's a sacrifice, letting those people go so that you can hone in on your worth and value and understand who you are deep in the core and move forward, right? That is a sacrifice. Growth continuously challenges you to make sacrifices, um, and to let go of things that that are attached to, like, the devil, like obsessions, attachments, indulgences that are not good for you, whatever that is. And you've made these, all right? Yeah, big changes. Okay, you're making big changes. Okay, sacrificing your time. Let's say your girls or your boys call you up, hey, let's hang out, and you're like, no, I need to work. I need to stay grounded here. So, that's a sacrifice. You're creating big changes. And because you did this for yourself, or doing it, you're in the process of doing that, big changes are happening for you. Okay? Partying will always be there. Fake friends, definitely. But you're learning how to block those fake friends. You need people on your vibration. And that's what I feel like you're doing. So if nobody is matching your vibration, you're okay on your own and doing your own thing. Yeah, the day you plant the seed, right? It's not the day we eat the fruit. So you have planted seeds here that are creating big changes for your life. All right, some of you are planting new seeds right now, and they will come into fruition at some point in 2026. Yeah, I can't make it up. Your tribe, your vibe. Like I said, sometimes the download hits before the card hits the table. Okay, there it is. Yeah, and you've moved on from people that are no longer on your vibration with time to move on. Yeah, and know your worth. So you said time to move on and understand and know my worth. And that's exactly why you're bossing up. Yeah, and you went through the murky waters. And now it's time for you to be open to receive. Because you put in a lot of work is what I'm getting here. Okay, so you definitely are keeping people guessing. They don't know what you're planning next. Because you got seeds. Okay, what does the Empress has? A bunch of acorns or seeds. She's fertile. She has a lot of seeds, a lot of creativity. That, co-creating with the universe and planting seeds and see what comes from that. And that's the Empress vibe here. Male or female? Yeah, male or female. All right. Let's get some of these. Let's see what else is going on. We'll get into that person in a second. Because you got them intrigued, that's for sure. They want to know more, but they also want to have fun with you. So slide over here and give me a moment. Your moves are so raw. I've got to let you know you're one of my kind. Did somebody, maybe somebody saw you dancing or something? You could even post, videos on TikTok of dancing or social media. Or you were somewhere, a wedding, a birthday, uh, a concert. Could be a club for some of you, whoever that's for, but doesn't have to be. Some sort of event. I don't know, somebody's looking at you. Walls closing in, exactly, because you're bossing up. So somebody kind of stayed behind. Yeah. And look, bossing up and removing the walls built by cultural differences, sexual orientation, or other divides that once seemed unbreakable. There is no more space for denial, only for resolution. Did I not go into that people are attracted to you, wanting to ask you out, but there could be culture differences, sexual orientation, so you may have people of the same sex wanting to be with you as well, and divided. Okay, so what once seemed divided, or other divides that once seemed unbreakable, okay, there is no more space for denial. So somebody's breaking out of some sort of limited belief that they had about being with you. It's like they don't care. They want you, okay? Slide over here and give me a moment. I gotta let you know you're one of my kind. Remember, one of my kind. So you may have someone here also bossing up to match your energy. Now, bossing up could be in career or bossing up in life as far as they're concerned. And opening their mindset and allowing themselves to live their life for themselves, not for just everybody else, while they're miserable and deep down inside desiring what they thought was unreachable, untouchable, okay, but very irresistible. You know what I mean? That's definitely a cage. It's a mental cage that a lot of people are in, denying themselves real connections because of these cultural differences or other people's opinions or old traditional, values or belief systems. I mean, it's crazy. But somebody here is like, I need to push all this aside and just, you know, see where this goes. Okay? So you may be very different here than what someone is used to. But it's very attractive. And they're very much drawn to it. But we got sacrifices here, okay? Honor. Yeah, honor in reverse. 15 could be significant. January 5th could be significant. 13. This is about transformation. In order to get, right? The pursuit of honor has led to inflated stories and distorted truths. That's upright, but we had this in reverse. But this is the sacrifice, right? The pursuit of honor, honored by others, is what I'm getting, has led the inflated stories and distorted truth. You place your worth in others' hands, allowing reputation to overshadow authenticity. I cannot make this up. So that's the sacrifice here. But it is in reverse, so let's read the reverse. You've helped me realize that my ambition is not bound by what others expect. Together we can reach heights I never thought possible. Our connection empowers me to step out of the box I placed myself in and to dream without limits. Now there is honor in that. Honoring thyself, releasing themselves from a mental cage and from a cage that doesn't allow them to live their true authentic life. And that's the sacrifice, letting people go that are trying to keep people stuck because they have attachments and they want to control everything. So they give people these opinions of codependency and attachments, and meanwhile they may not know it, that they're controlling somebody's whole life by the opinions that they're giving this person, right? And this person was always afraid to basically speak up for themselves because of what will they think. But you know what's funny is that it never truly aligned with them. So the people that were hanging around with, that they were trying to impress or appease in some way, they were never aligned with to begin with, because this person was just dimming their light, their own beliefs, to fit in. And you've helped them realize that life is not about that. So there you go. There's the sacrifice. So, big changes. Deadline. Okay, so we got a deadline. Some of you are making a deadline for yourself with big changes coming. It says focus on what can be done now and not what has been delayed. Okay, so break the cycle of procrastination with small steps. Thinks they're trapped in a procrastination cycle with no end in sight. So there may be a few projects here that you feel that there is no end in sight. Okay, and you know, sometimes we start projects, and this could be you or this person, and then we kind of leave it there, and it becomes harder to go back to it to finish it. So we kind of let it go and let it go and let it go. So just start from now, whatever it is that, because I feel like you're a very creative person. Remember when I said you plant a lot of seeds? You may have planted a lot of seeds, but there may be some things that are still up in the air. So give yourself a deadline to get one thing done. Let's say you planted 5 seeds of things you wanted to do. It could be in career, it could be personal, like, you know, I don't know, sewing something, or it could be, you know, going to a specific store for something that you need for your house or something like that, like a project. Or, you know, if you're entrepreneur and you're trying something new as far as another stream of income, you may have a few things out there that you started. Don't start anything else. Focus on a deadline for each one, and don't try to focus on all of them, because then that never happens. It'll never get done. So definitely, I'm guilty of doing things like that. So, and then I have to check myself and really hone in on one thing. But it's because I'm also very creative, and I'm constantly thinking of new ideas. And you know, it's not really procrastination in a sense. It's not that it's not me not wanting to get it done, but as you guys obviously know, whoever resonates here, it's just the mind is busy. It's like, oh my God, I can do this, I can do that, blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it really doesn't come to fruition, right? Till we focus on it and see it through. But, again, the day you plant the seed, isn't the day you, and something you know very well, isn't the day you eat the fruit. So, you know, give yourself some time, okay? There could be other things that are taking up your time as well that doesn't allow you to focus. So, you guys know what to do. Alright, so let's continue here. Guidance from above. Look at that. So Spirit is guiding. Okay? The owl with a book here, you know, that's a lot of wisdom right there. Gaining in wisdom, studying something to perfect it, to understand it, and to know all the workings to bring it to life. Okay, the idea is there. Now we're learning. and setting some form of deadline so that we have space for whatever else we're trying to create or bring to fruition and manifest. And some projects may be small, other projects may be big, okay, that require your full attention. So, yeah, definitely bossing up. You got a lot on your plate. And it's definitely giving entrepreneur vibes here. 32 could be significant. March 2nd could be significant. June 7th could be significant. No. Yeah. June 7th. What are you giving me, Spirit? Something about 67. That 67 could be significant. Oh, number 13. Okay. Oh, we got 1313. Okay, I see. Okay, 1313. There's something about you going through another transformation or something like that, or you just went through one or something is going to challenge you to acquire more wisdom or something. There's something that something is about to transform you, something you're going to learn, but you're being guided on. Yeah, confirmation. Okay. So you're being guided here. Number 5, yeah, there's some sort of change that has to do with something you're going to learn here. And you may have already planted the seed. This is going to create big changes. Okay, so that's what that's about. That's why I was quiet there. I had to, I had to listen here for a second. All right. Okay, so somebody here may be, like I said, it could be the other person as well as far as deadlines. Okay. May 6th could be significant. 56 could be significant. But what I'm seeing here, number 9, somebody's closing out something. It says, I'm sorry I seem distant, but I need this time to complete my evaluation of our relationship. Okay, this could be friendship as well. Or someone is still on the fence, okay? Because I definitely see someone wanting to come towards you. But it's like this person has to put all their ducks in a row. Remember, they are just breaking out of any facade they were wearing in front of others, while all in the process of dimming their light. All while dimming their light. And now it's like, dipping your toe into that water to check if the temperature is good before they dive in. That's what I'm getting there. Okay. Let's get some tarot on this and get into a little more about this person. They're definitely intrigued. I mean, the fact that you have reflected something to this person where they're self-reflecting about their whole life and their choices and decisions, and they're really taking a good hard look at the way they've been living their life. And what I'm getting is that it's been not satisfactory for a while, and it's because they were trying to appease others and not themselves. But not anymore. This person is turning a new leaf. So that's how intrigued they are. Yeah, 8 of Swords. With the whole jail thing here. Walls closing in. Someone feels their walls are closing in. So they're about to have a breakthrough. When this happens, it's because they're probably getting outside pressures, or they're feeling a little bit exposed. Okay, they have to expose, right? That's another sacrifice. They have to be true to themselves, but they're going to feel a little exposed at the moment. And, there's a little fear that comes with that. For those of you who have gone through that yourself, you understand that very well. Okay? But for a lot of you, it was probably easy. It's easier for some than others. It depends on the lifestyle they were leading, what kind of social status they had. For some of you, it might have been a little bit easier to be your true, authentic self. Even though there could have been a time where you were dimming your light in front of other people, and hanging out with people that weren't really your soul tribe. Okay? So I feel like this person is going to start to see who's really real and who's not when they're being authentic. Ace of Cups. And real love will challenge you to sacrifice some things. So the person has to ask themselves, what are they willing to sacrifice for real love and being authentic to match that vibration? So you can both share in your cups, both runneth over, and cheersing to life, being true and authentic. Because let me tell you what, the real connection is going to be between you and this person. That's the authentic connection. So the question is, who are these people they were appeasing for so long? Were they really as connected as they thought they were? Love will always, real love, real, I'm talking real transformative type of love, like I see here. Okay? Because this person, you have made this person self-reflect quite deeply about their life and their choices and decisions and the people that surround them. Real love will always challenge you. But it does come with self-sacrifice. Right? A lot of people don't change. They're like, oh, you're going to love me how I am no matter what. And they expect you to be there. You know? While they don't make any effort or take any accountability for anything that they do, they just expect you to deal with it. And what's funny is other people have been conditioned to really feel like they need to be there for someone no matter what, no matter how bad it gets. The person could be, a sexaholic, an alcoholic, a drug addict, or cheats all the time. And the person puts up with it because they think like somehow one day it's going to be different. While they are completely depleted and holding on to all the burdens in the world, and the other person could care less. That's not how life was meant to be. You people have to understand that in order to receive in life, you have to first love yourself, right? Understand your worth and what you bring to the table. Understand that in order for balance to happen, you need that in return. And when you get in alignment with the Most High, vibrationally, because you've taken the steps to love yourself and see yourself, your own worth, and shine your light finally, instead of dimming it for everyone else to be comfortable while you're miserable. Once you get in alignment, then God starts to really help you along your journey, to guide you as well as your guides. But you ever see a lot of people that are praying to God, or they're quoting verses of the Bible, and they are just what's the word? Because I don't want to. I have to make this sound right. They're just not just going through the motions, but dragging themselves through the mud. That's the hardest thing to watch. And then you see them pray and quote the Bible, and you wish you could just tell him, look, you're not in alignment with the Most High. You can't pray every day and then not take accountability for your actions. It doesn't work that way. Quoting the Bible ain't going to do nothing for you if you're not doing something to help yourself. God's not going to get you out of that situation. You are. That's what he's waiting for. He, source, you know what I'm talking about. He, she, source. watching to see if you got it in you. What sacrifice? Sacrifice. Are you willing to put the bottle down? The drugs down? Look at how sources like, I'm seeing you like going from one person to fill some sort of void. Again, it's connected to the devil because it's indulgent, right? It could be medication, it could be food. But if that person doesn't help themselves, source is like, it's all about reciprocity. Help me, help you, and I'll show you the way. But if we just pray, 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 and we're not in alignment with what we're praying and want in life, it's not going to be handed to us. But anyway, Five of Cups, yeah, with deadline. Okay? If we don't get ourselves up, we miss the boat. Five of Cups, deadline. Okay? I feel like this person is making really big changes in their life as they go through this change and transformation. Something here is finito. Okay? Because big changes are coming in. And it hurt. Whatever sacrifice somebody made hurt. Guidance from above. Because look, Five of Swords, you have a lot of haters, a lot of evil eye, a lot of people in your business envying, jealous. Okay? There could be someone in specific here, and people are starting to walk away from this person because they're relentless with it, is what I'm getting here. Jealous of your wisdom here, of your guides. Somebody may know that you're very spiritual and you believe in your spirit team wholeheartedly. Okay? So Spirit is showing you your enemies right now, who they are, what they're up to. Okay? They're giving you signs, synchronicities. It could be downloads in your dreams. Wow. Yep. There goes my throat. The Tower. Divine intervention. Something is lighting a fire under this person's ass. Okay? This whole fear they have here. Spirit's about to... It's like ripping off the band-aid. Right? It's almost like when you're getting on stage, right? And you have all this anxiety, this fear, what they're going to think about the way I present myself and my talent. Is it going to be good enough? And then, you're right there on the stage and the curtain opens because, it's showtime. Well, the tower is here. So, if they were in this tower, they're about to be seen. Okay, there's a lot of fear here. And it's because everything is being shattered. Their whole perception of themselves is going to be shattered. Their perception of other people is going to be shattered. Whatever facade they had here is crumbling. It's like vulnerable energy. People are going to see me for who I am. The Tower. Scorpio energy, Mars energy. Something is about to change, transform. Okay? And they feel like they may get the wrath of others because of this. They need not fear. They need not fear. They're about to be in their power. Okay? I heard there is no honor amongst thieves. Is that a movie? I know I've heard that before. And I don't know if it's thieves, but you guys could tell me in the comments. Yeah, Ace of Cups with the Hierophant. Okay? Coming through that door, doing a little more investigating on you, getting to know you, picking up clues, leading them to you. Okay? Is this love? Yeah, we got the Ace of Cups here. But it requires some sort of sacrifice. There's a huge transformation and change they have to make to meet you at your vibration, is what I'm getting. Five of Cups, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Okay. There's a deadline here. And it's almost like this person is telling themselves, if I don't make big changes, I'm never going to make it. And I know this is going to hurt with the Five of Cups, because you're going to keep moving forward. Okay. With this plane here and this luggage, it's giving, there's going to be real distance. They're going to miss the boat if they don't make big changes here with deadline. So there is a deadline here. Or they need, or because Spirit is here. So they have to overcome some sort of fear. You know, we have free will, so the opportunity is presenting itself. But you know what they say about opportunities. They're only here for a moment in time. And then that window closes. The Chariot. Yeah, you're on the go. Okay? And people are like, they're like, where are you going? What's this success? I feel like there's somebody here that keeps talking shit about you and nobody wants to hear it anymore. Because they clearly see you're moving forward and keeping it moving. Like, so you're not waiting for anyone, okay? This person is, you know, in their head about whatever they're in their head about, but they are creating some change, even though they're still in fear mode. I feel like Spirit is going to create big changes for you, regardless if someone here shows up or not. And there is a deadline here for this person. Okay? So they either make it or they don't. Is what I'm seeing here. And you're not waiting on anyone. You know that it's about forward movement and growth and evolution and continuing on your path, the North Star. Okay? And you're being guided, guidance from above. Is to move past any low vibrations, anyone's gossip, anyone's opinions of you, or anyone's evil eye or jealousy, anyone planting seeds of doubt. This could also be that people are planting seeds of doubt in this person's head, but they're being guided to move past it. Okay, there may have been something here that happened where it's forcing this person to create major changes, but it has to do with something ending that's painful. You know, Five of Cups, and moving past it. Temperance. Yeah. I heard opening up the path. What did I say about the toe in the water? I cannot make this up. Dipping their toe to see if it's warm enough. So this is divine intervention. Is trying to get this person to break out of the comfort zone and go on this journey. The path less traveled. That is guided by their spirit team and source. The path of ascension and growth. Inner strength, resilience, confidence, balance, restoration, abundance, prosperity. But it takes patience to create balance after the tower. Okay? And I feel like this is probably a little bit of fear of theirs. It's like, I'm going through so much. This is the unknown, right? But we cannot know every step. We just have to go with it. I feel like this is somebody's used to a certain way and structure, and everything's being disrupted. But It's leading them to a good place, but they're in the spot right now where, you know, it's like you gotta feel the fear and do it anyways. Energy. 9 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, this could be someone that's been wounded in relationships before. So, you know, they're a little apprehensive. We have the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. We have Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Cancer energy here. Doesn't have to be. You could have it in your chart somewhere, or this person. Yeah, Ace of Swords. Deadline to speak some sort of truth. Communication. Because big changes are happening for you, collective, and it's not going to wait on everybody because you're moving forward. The Chariot, 6 of Cups. Yeah, there's some people in your past here watching. There's some sort of past person here that wants to either plant seeds of doubt within you or is doing that to this person. Old frenemies. And these could be the groups that they were in. They're being guided away from this. There are definitely people planting seeds of doubt with the 5 of Swords and seeds the day you plant the seed, right? These could be childhood friends. This could be family members trying to stop someone from moving forward. Okay, but the Chariot is here. Someone's like, I'm in my car. I'm ready to go. I don't know where it's going to lead me, but intuitively I feel it's going to be a lot better than this, where they can be free and authentic and be themselves. For some of you, you went through this, and I feel like that's where this person is at right now. And it's a challenge for them because it's like this person was afraid to speak their mind. And it is here, speaking their truth, speaking their mind. They may hurt some people in the process, but those people were not meant to be there, especially if they're trying to keep them there by a certain belief. That's their belief, not this person's belief. 7 of Cups. Yeah, this is people creating confusion when it comes to you. Trying to confuse someone here when it comes to you. Okay? But they're being guided to move past this. Yeah, 6 of Wands. And like I said, this person fantasizes about you. 8 of Pentacles. And the Moon. See? They secretly want to work with you. And they feel like they would have victory here. Even if you have other options, I feel like this person, with the 6 of Wands being there, that's victory. 8 of Pentacles, they're secretly working on themselves. Okay? Yeah. They've been betrayed by other people. And they know it. But they're keeping it to themselves. Yeah, 3 of Swords. They were hurt by somebody here. 10 of Wands. Yeah, and it was very heavy. Yeah. Oh, wow. By a few people. A Queen of Swords, 3 of Wands, and a Queen of Pentacles with lovers. Wow. Knight of Wands. Remember when I said something about same sex? This person got played by someone that cheated on them with the same sex. But remember I said that there could be like people that are attracted to you that are the same sex? This person may be worried that that could happen here. Because you have that vibration that a lot of people are attracted to. It doesn't matter your race, your color, your gender. there is definitely a very attractive energy about you that all people from walks of life gravitate to, and it's your vibration. It's the fact that you are an empress, emperor energy. And because you've done the inner work, it's a vibration that speaks for itself. It's inviting. It's relatable. It's relatable, maybe not in the deep sense, as far as your spirituality or anything like that, what you've been through deep down inside, but like it's um it's fun. There's something fun. It flows when you're around. I don't know. You lift the energy. The like if you walk into a room full of people that are always down and you're the light. You know what I mean? So you're the light. So people gravitate towards that because it's like their life seems a bit dull or boring or dark when you're around people that are in a lower vibration and have not healed from anything. And they could still be empaths and narcissists or somewhere in between, you know. Um, but you really do like light up a room, and you know, maybe they need that energy at that moment because when they go home, it could be like arguments or drama or, you know, things that they sit there and think about that they're stressing about. So meeting you, it's like the conversation is, it can be light or it can be as deep as they want it to be. It depends. That's what I'm getting. So you bring people a sense of like an uplifting energy. Like you uplift them with your energy, your vibration. Let me get two of these real quick. It's getting dark. It's been kind of cloudy because it's been raining. So, yeah, you are a gem. A true gem. Yeah, I saw friendship. People want to like befriend you, especially people that don't like. I mean, there could be some people from the past that want to talk to you again, but I feel like this is like a lot of new people, people that don't know you very well. It's like, I don't know, a breath of fresh air. We have young female here. You could be young or look young for your age. And we have dating. Okay. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people want to date you. You could be someone that attracts a lot of young people as well. Young young people want your attention. Okay, so this can go many ways. You're either young or you look young for your age. Okay, this lady looks really good for her age. Okay, and I say that because of the silver hair. Okay, you're someone endearing, is what I'm getting. Or you could just be young and fun, but very mature at the same time. But I do feel like you attract people that are younger than you because of your spirit. Now, let me see, what is this person going to do about this? This fear that they feel. And what is this deadline? Let's clear up this deadline first. Because it definitely has to do with, there could have been like major changes happening because, remember, there was a betrayal. Because there was an ending with certain friends or a relationship they were in. And it was very hurtful to this person. But they suffer in silence. This is the suffer in silent type. Tell me more about this deadline and the Five of Cups. Yeah, they're healing. Yeah, definitely. But we have the King of Wands, which is great. Okay? With the star. It means this person is going through a glow up. Okay, regaining their strength, their confidence, and they're going to be more ambitious. They're making big changes in their life. Okay, so they have surpassed this fear thing. I mean, they still may have a little bit of fear. Yeah, transformation and healing and big changes. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Tell me more here. And they're going to communicate something after this healing and transformation. Yeah, they're definitely healing from heartbreak. They were betrayed, and justice is here for that. So, and they're being guided away from that. Ace of Swords with Eight of Wands. Yeah, they spoke their truth is what I'm seeing. And they're focused on career. Or working on themselves as well. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. What is this Five of Swords? Yeah. Ooh-wee. There was a fight with childhood friends or a childhood sweetheart or acquaintances. People that they thought were their friends. Wow. So they walked away from that person. You know what I feel? Like this person told them what they were holding in for a long time. It's like they became that king or queen of swords. They spoke something. They got tired of something. They spoke their truth. Somebody here, it's almost like they were being tested, till they just blew their top. And that kind of ended the friendship. Yeah. They were holding it back for a long time. Oh man, I can't make this up. And they're finally free. Because they spoke something. That's the Five of Swords in the Tower. And these people couldn't say anything else. Because remember, I was getting people all walking away from someone. It's because this person shut them up. He took all their swords. He shut everybody else up. They don't have not another thing to say. Like, F you, that's right. Wow. Okay. And now they're on their chariot. Coming to meet this soulmate here. That's what this is. And see, two smiles. That's what's going to make them happy right here. Being authentic, happy, and free. Free of the bullshit. I'm telling you. Wow. Yeah. A new found sense of self. Kundalini rising here too. With the Fool and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, there's the Emperor. Yep. Timeline shift. Okay. Yes, with the Lovers getting on your vibration. The Emperor. Wow. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. So this is where they were for a while with the Eight of Swords. But the Tower is here. They broke free. They had divine intervention here too. They had to find out what the betrayal was in order to get moving from a situation or from certain friendships. And boom, kaboom. And they spoke their damn truth. That's for sure. Yep, left people out in the cold and moved the hell on. Because they know there's a new day here. Wow, okay. I like it. Hey, baby. I like it like that. I guess so. Young male. So young male, young female. Okay, you guys could be around the same age or age bracket. Okay. Clap your hands if you like my beat. Obstacle. We have children, dark male with children. Destiny. There's a friend here with children that is standing in this person's way. But this is destiny here. We have twin flame here. It could just be yeah, spiritual growth. A soul connection here, whether it's a twin or a divine soul connection. Mature man, yeah, with spiritual growth. But there was a friend here being an obstacle here. Yeah, communication with dating queen. That and dating queen is not that you're dating Tom, Dick, and Harry or dating king, Jack, Tammy, Dixie, Harriet. It just means that there's a lot of people that are vying for your attention, just as we see it here. But you're in a higher vibration. You're not gonna pick just any Joe Schmo or Jane Smith. All right. True intentions. Okay. Let's see. Tell me more about this person, spirit. I wasn't ready for that. What is that? Date. Yeah, dating. Date. I like you and I would love to get together to learn more about you. Okay, this person is, I feel like they're feeling a little bit proud of themselves here for standing up for themselves, finally. And they're King of Wands and the Emperor being there. They're definitely going through a glow up, and it's because of this pain. They almost feel like they wasted so much time on people that just weren't even there for them, like they were there for those people. It's like, man, I just wasted all my time only to find out that you guys betrayed me. And also some sort of girlfriend betrayed them with the same sex. Or boyfriend. Take it how it resonates. So we have curious. I'm intrigued and eager to learn more and figure you out. Okay. Very curious about you. And making plans. Seeing you is a priority for me. I want to make plans with you. All right. Okay. They definitely got over that fear, collective. What else? Yeah, goodbye. The moment has come to part ways. Our paths are diverging and it's time to let go. Yep, those are the people that they're leaving behind. And they weren't even worth their time. Okay? Yeah, these meddlers. I may step in and try to influence or control your life. I'm certain I know best. Yep, planting them seeds of doubt. Exactly. Goodbye to the meddlers. Okay, nosy Parkers. Exactly, Mir. I reflect back what you project, revealing truths about yourself through what you see in me. And they're getting that. Okay. We have welcome. I offer an open door, a warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and wanted. This is you. This is what you're reflecting. And they understood what these other people were reflecting. They were meddlers. They were people that were envious and jealous. You welcome. And they feel welcomed. They're going to feel welcomed in your presence because that's the energy they see within you. Warm invitation to step into a space where you are embraced and valued. Not like these other people that didn't value shit. Okay? They didn't want to see this person do better than them. That's for sure. That's why they plant seeds of doubt. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh, it's a misunderstanding. I wasn't trying to be negative. But they were gaslighting this person's perspective and what they feel is true for them. I'm telling you, those people, they got to get cut out. They're like a cancer, it just destroys everything and doesn't allow you to have what you want. Just one day out of life, it would be so right. Holiday. Oh, something could be around holidays where this person's coming to see you or talk to you. Reach out. Okay. Messages from this person. I'd like to get some messages from this person. Let's see here. I'm going to pause this for a second. Alright. And guys, the reason I go into certain situations in a person's life, especially an energy that surrounds you, I'm not going to ignore it in a reading when it's obviously there. And it's because sometimes, you know, you need to understand why someone is being delayed because of the things that they're going through, not just in the physical realm, but within themselves. And a lot of times it's stuff like this where there's people trying to fight against this person or hold them back. So, you know, that's why I bring it up. I feel that is just as important as just talking about love, if not more, because you get to see what this person is struggling with internally versus, you know nothing about what they're working with or what's going on within their spirit, and you know what I mean, like it's good to know. I mean, at least I think so. So for those of you who like the extra detail, that's why I do it. I think it's just as important. Now, I don't mean like the drama and all of that really, but just to know like what kind of people are surrounding this person and if they're falling for the bullshit or not. I feel like that's important because that tells you a lot about their own character. Like this person is really standing up for themselves, and I love to see that. I love to see the transformation in that. From where they've been to where they're going, I think that's important. Because I can tell you that's a stand-up person. That's somebody you can, you know, trust. So let's see what they want to tell you here. I'm worried you have someone else. So they don't know if there's somebody else, you know, courting you. Okay. But you are available. Okay. They are available as well. You know, they may see you as someone that is very attractive. So especially your vibe, your energy. So it's like, you know, I know somebody's got to be talking to her or him, even if nobody is. Yeah, they plan on making a move here. Okay? So they may be fearing a rejection, fearing like it's too late. Let's see what else here. Missing you. I'm missing you. Okay? Like I said, this person does not sleep. Okay? I feel like they want to have good, lighthearted fun with you. Maybe take you out on the town or something like that. Yeah. And look, I have to admit, I would be very protective over you, but not in a bad way. And I feel like if somebody had anything to say about you, boy, they blew up. They blew up. Because, you know, people got a lot to say, but they're not looking at their own energy, right? Five of Swords. They're not looking at themselves and their own life, you know. I absolutely adore you. Aw. This person's smitten. Yeah, they have a lot on their plate at this time. Okay? So they're okay. Not only are they healing from whatever transpired in their life, but they also are finishing up any loose ends, any projects that are left hanging, because this person is making big changes in their life. This, like, they're making big changes in their life with you in mind as well. Yeah, look at that. Karmic cycle, friend, family, foe, or lover. What in the hell? What in the hell was that? Hold on, guys. Alright, guys, that was something that just fell. It was crazy. I was like, what the hell? Alright. I got it. I had to clean that up. Okay, let's get just a few more messages and then I'll leave it there, guys. From this person. You are crushing on each other. New love. There you go. Nice. So this person, okay, they biting back. Anybody got something to say, boy, they are biting back. Every day I'm more and more attracted to you. Is that even possible? Wow, you got this person falling deeper and deeper. So there you go, guys. Suspicious. Not worth your time. Yeah, there were other people suspicious of you, telling them that they weren't worth, that you weren't worth their time and not to do it because they're looking at you online, computer love. So they don't even know you. Okay, this person could have went through a divorce or is going through a divorce with holdback and divorce. Okay? Yeah, new cycle, new beginning. And we already see the heartbreak here. So they're talking about you, and this person definitely wants to get to know you. Okay, you're crushing on each other. Alright. Alright, guys, that's what I have for you. Let me know in the comments if anyone resonates. I wish you the best. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye-bye.